spent a whole chunk of money to simply claim the rights to this series, and then taking years upon years to write, direct, and put it together, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power is finally upon us, and thanks to Amazon, I've seen the first 2 episodes before it debuts on their service September 2nd, so was it worth the wait? I'd say so, at least so far. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power will follow the forging of the Great Rings and see Lord Sauron's ascension to power as he prepares to take over the Middle-earth. To start things off, I'll quickly say I had a really good time with these opening episodes. I was instantly immersed into this world and engaged with the story that it started off to tell. And it's all thanks to the fact that these few episodes contain some really strong writing, directing, and execution of near enough everything the series is striving towards. The scope is unlike anything ever seen on a series before. It's huge, breathtaking, and stunning, with such unimaginable and unprecedented scale packed in. You can feel, I kid you not, the weight of every shot, scene, and moment that the show throws at you. There's a clear passion to this show that has gone in by the team behind it, and it's got the budget behind it to back it up and help bring that passion together nicely. It's truly breathtaking, and if there's anything to respect this series for outside of the entertainment value that it's offered, it's the technical marvel of it. It's the level of craftsmanship that has gone into it. This is a series made to be seen and talked about by everyone it can possibly reach. Amazon have spared no expense here, and you'll see what I mean when you see just the level of detail this series offers. And me, as someone who isn't exactly quite familiar with the lore or the IP, to be sat here talking and praising the heavens and the Middle-earth out of this series is crazy. But I feel so drawn into finding out more about it thanks to what these first 2 episodes have presented. Honestly, if you haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings films, or you didn't take much away from them, or you just don't think they're your cup of tea, I'd absolutely recommend you at least give these first 2 episodes a go before shutting out Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power straight away. I really do think there's a lot here to offer. The series is led by a young Galadriel, portrayed here by Morfadir Clark, and I'm sure I'm about to mispronounce a whole bunch of names, so my deepest apologies for that, who does a fantastic job in the role as this quite angry, courageous and persistent character attempting to trek down the road to Sauron. The series gives a great reasoning for it too, and layers out her character as not only is it a quest to vanquish evil, but it's also a quest to rid a personal vendetta against the one who took away her brother. It gives us a reason to root for her, past simply just the classic morals of the good versus evil trope. Speaking of Sauron, I won't say much because I don't think I'm allowed to, but I will say that you can definitely feel his presence looming over and casting a shadow over the entire series. All roads are very clearly going to lead back to him, and I'm really excited to see how they handle that. Something big is definitely on the horizon. In addition to our lead, we have probably my favourite character featured in the show, at least so far, and that's the young Elrond, portrayed by Robert Aramayo. I adored his performance, his character, and his interactions with other characters. I pretty much just had a massive grin on my face whenever he was on screen. So not only do they do a wonderful and powerful deliverance in their roles, but everyone, including and outside of them, and I don't mean to be facetious here, puts on a great act. From Marcella Kavanagh to Joseph Mall to Benjamin Walker, over to Tyro Muhaffadin, and last but certainly not least, Ismael Cruz Cordova as the compelling and intriguing defender Arondir. They all do such a terrific job. This series brings with it some excellent newcomers that, as Palpatine would say, I look forward to watching their career with great interest. These are fresh and brilliant new faces in the industry, and the fact that they are possibly in what's about to be the biggest series of all time, and they fit so well into it and do such a good job, is just astonishing, and yet another achievement this show can add to its very long list, or soon to be, a very long list of achievements. Seriously, it's astonishing what Amazon have got to offer here, and if the later episodes live up to the potential set up in the first two, we could seriously be looking at the next best thing. Now, just like in the trailers, the show translates the themes of forgiving your past, finding and living up to your destiny, and the journey of kindness and self-discovery exceptionally well. There's much delivered on in these episodes that set up the potential going forward, and I'm very excited to go deeper into it. The series isn't only a marvel of technicality and passion, but also one of entertainment. As mentioned, it's big. Very big. And it keeps itself going at all times with something always going on to focus on. Maybe even a little too much sometimes. But regardless of that debate, it has a clear vision, a clear reason to exist, and a destination it wants to reach over the course of what could become 5 seasons. And it wastes no time in beginning that road to it. It's grand, it can be intense, and it's beautiful. It's a must-see whether or not you ultimately end up liking this series. But even with a show as impressive and as exquisite as this, there does come some problems, and Lord of the Rings of Power is no different to that. It does have a few issues here and there. I'll go in straight away and say, as much as you can feel like there is always something to focus on, you can feel a little lost at sometimes with what that is, and it can become overwhelming to where the pacing is put on rocky terrain. But at least for me, it was never rocky enough to completely cast me out of my investment. Secondly, I think the action hasn't quite hit the quality of what I think it'll eventually get to. Here, for what we did see of it, it feels a little sloppy and low at times, lacking the engagement that surrounds the rest of the series. But we are only 2 episodes in. As I said, there's a lot of potential to reach, so we'll see how they improve upon these issues going forward and expand upon the already greatness of the first couple outings. So, that is my really intricate and short review of the first 2 episodes of The Lord of the Rings of Power. These first 2 episodes are a great watch, a absolute beauty again in technicality, and I think they're a preparation for what's to come. If it can live up to what's to come, it'll be quite something special we have here. So if you've seen Lord of the Rings of Power, let me know down below what you think of the show. Did you enjoy it? Maybe you're a part of the minority and didn't enjoy it at all. Are you going to check out the show if you haven't seen it? And how excited are you to do that? That'll all be great to hear, so jump down below and start the conversation in the comments. But as always, I hope you enjoy the show, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Take it easy. Bye.